treat all family members or any person um, that have close contact to her, to the patient, close contacts. And do not forget also to wash the beddings or mga clothes niya in hot water, right? Para mamatay yung infestation. I think na-discuss natin yan before. Okay? For any type of complication that would present tachycardia, ST changes in the ECG, ano pa, and also weakness. The most this complication is commonly or this complication is called myocarditis, which is the inflammation of the lining or the membrane of the heart. Okay? Kunwari itong example here is yan, streptococcal infection, right? And then it infects now the heart, right? So of course it would manifest now arrhythmia, right? Such as tachycardia, ST changes, and weakness. Okay, another one here is in cases of mumps. You know mumps, ang mumps kasi it's a viral infection, right? May mga iba kasing mga infections na hindi natin diniscuss well, but it's related to immunization, right? So yung mumps kasi is a contagious viral infection na nagpresent siya with the swelling of the salivary gland. So yun ang mostly na presentation niya, itong mumps na to. So in cases of mumps, guys, okay, so do not forget that 2 series of vaccinations are very essential. Okay? Vaccination series. Mostly naman mga viral infection are prevented through vaccination, right? And if ever an infant born to rubella infected mother, of course it would present now the infant will be having example here, hearing loss, purpura or many rashes, right? Extreme rashes all over the body. So this is called now congenital rubella syndrome. Okay. Another one here is of course if the patient has or if ever this patient is on retroviral therapy, that means ongoing yung treatment niya for his or her viral infection, and then nag-develop siya ng oral thrush and fever, and also yung CD4 niya, if you still remember, CD4 niya is 150, so parang elevated siya. So that means now new opportunistic infection have been occurred, and there is a rising of the viral loading in his body. Okay? Another one, and if the patient is, eto, mga gamot kasi na ang tinatanong dito, don't worry, I will just give to you the STI and its pharmacological management. Okay? For gonorrhea, the CDC recommendation would be ceftriaxone plus doxycycline. Remember that one. Piliin nyo na lang tong gamot na to if ever makita nyo siya. Okay? Doxycycline. So those are the medication na ano. So combination of the two to broad spectrum antibiotic. Another one, and if the patient has genital herpes, the pharmacological management for this one is acyclovir. Okay, acyclovir for at least 7 to 10 days, or valacyclovir for 7 to 10 days again. Okay, or siya. Or do not forget this one. Okay, eto is plus. That means a combination. Remember that one. Wait ano ko lang tong ano, yung question na to. Okay, so for the prevention or preventive prevention strategy for genital warts, do not forget na the patient should take Gardasil 9 series of vaccines, 9 vaccination before sexual or the first sexual intercourse. Okay, yun ang recommended kasi ng CDC eh. Yung first na sexual intercourse mo or your first sexual debut, right? So first sexual intercourse. Okay? Another one here is how about trichomoniasis? Trichomoniasis, and then the patient had or the mother, the pregnant mother with trichomoniasis develops preterm labor. You know preterm labor, right? So that means maaga. So that is less than 37 weeks of gestation, right? Nag-labor na siya and then preterm. So that is a complication, right? As we all know, any type of sexual transmitted infection, magkakos siya ng preterm labor, right? It can cause preterm labor. So that is called now an adverse perinatal outcomes. Okay, do not forget that one. For the yung priority naman, for the priority, if the patient develops Wait lang ha. If the patient develops hives, yung hives kasi are, itchy, bumpy, allergic reaction. Yun ang hives. Okay? If the patient develops hives and wheezing after eating peanut, kumain siya ng mani, and then hindi siya nakahinga, our priority intervention or pharmacological intervention here is epinephrine. Okay? Epinephrine, intramuscular, of course, airway, of course, antihistamine, and corticosteroid. Okay? So those are the pharmacological management and intervention if the patient have a severe allergic reaction after eating such substance, right? So how about SLE, systemic lupus erythematosus? We discussed this one before. And then nag-develop siya ng develops arthralgia. So parang masakit yung mga joints niya, kumbaga. And then as we all know, SLE would complicate to organ damage. Right? So to prevent this organ damage, the patient has to take now hydroxychloroquine plus low dose of prednisone. Di ba? It's more on pharmacological management yung tinatanong. Okay, again, to prevent organ damage sa mga systemic lupus erythematosus, the patient has to take now, right, hydroxychloroquine plus low dose of prednisone. Okay, do not forget that one. Another one here is for the rheumatoid arthritis, right? It's an autoimmune disorder, and she's or the patient is on methotrexate therapy. You know methotrexate, right? And then develops bruising and fatigability. Okay? So etong case na to, right? Methotrexate kasi has an adverse effect na may bone marrow suppression. Since may bruising yung pasyente, that means it's a sign of bleeding. Okay? So this complication is termed as bone marrow suppression. That means the patient has had wait lang. Okay, bone marrow suppression, especially if the patient experience pansitopenia. Etong pansitopenia, yung tatlo ang bumagsak or bumaba, decrease in red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Okay? So yun, di ba, we always talk about bone marrow suppression. Tatlo yung component ng blood that is suppressed. Kung tatlo ang suppressed, ito yung term natin. Okay? Do not forget that one. So, yan. Another one here is, of course, for patient with gout, ano yung mga pre-present nila? Right? Sa mga kamay and like that. So, do not forget tophi formation. Right? Tophi formation. And another one here is, sa cancer na tayo. So, for the cancer concept, may mga items that they would ask the incidence rate of this year, like that. I don't know kung bakit nila tinatanong to. Right? So, do not forget that yeah. Do not forget the tobacco. Do not forget that tobacco, alcohol, ano pa, yung obesity, and then limited yung mga screening and treatment. These are the problems or mga greatest problem that could link to cancer, right? You know this one, right? So we were talking before about the mga risk factors of all types of cancer. Another one here is noong 2022, okay, so lung cancer, okay, has led the global incidence of cancer, of this type of disorder. Okay? Pati yan kasi tinatanong, I don't know bakit nila, who made this one. Okay? Ano pa? And another one, of course, and do not forget tobacco cessation again. Okay? Is one of the most or important preventive management for all types of cancer. Okay? And of course, please review na lang yung TNM concept natin, which means the tumor, lymph node involvement, and metastasis. Maybe one question will be questioning yung basta application to. It's more on application. Okay, paki-review na lang yan. With the issues of debulking, you need debulking. We've been talking that one under surgery, right? Ang debulking kasi is the reduction of tumor only. Di ba ang ectomy kasi is entire removal of that organ. Ang debulking is tatapyasan lang a portion or a partial part of that organ is removed only. Do not forget this concept. Okay? Another one, of course, pregnant mothers are not allowed, okay, are not allowed during, of course, and even us, right, during internal radiation. Do not forget that one. And if ever this internal radiation device and then accidentally nahulog siya sa bed, right? So don't forget to pick, I think na ano ko na to dati sa isang quiz, right? Pick up the implant with long handled forceps. Okay, do not forget that one. Na pag-aralan natin to before. Um, and during chemo, and then uh, do not forget that this is one of our priority infection, right? A neutropenic precaution, right? That means now the patient is at risk to develop infection. Okay? Another one here is ano pa lang to? Okay, may isang question dito na what is the primary mechanism of wait lang ha, double check ko lang. Okay, so one of the one of the components kasi ng chemotherapy is the interferon alpha. Interferon alpha, which means na kapag itong component na to, it would affect now, or it would be acting as an immunomodulation. That means this medication is protecting your immune system, so it can, and this kapag immunomodulation concept kasi, it could be boosting or suppressing your immune system. Basta do not forget that interferon alpha in cancer concept, the mechanism of action of this one is immunomodulation. Okay, so yan ang isa sa mga actions, mechanism of action niya. And another one here is in BT naman, blood transfusion, example, then patient needs platelet. Okay, specifically platelet. Right? It's very important for the 15 to, and you know this concept, right? For the, wait lang ha. Okay. Etong platelet na to, right, it's should be infusing or should be infused only for at least 15 to 30 minutes. Okay? Do not forget that one. Kapag nag-infuse kayo ng platelet, kasi konti lang siya konti lang siya, and then it's very sensitive to light kasi kapag mga platelet. Okay? So, better to infuse the platelet kasi parang at least 50 ml lang siya kasi So it's good, yung infusion na would require only 15 to 30 minutes. Okay? During chemotherapy, and then she develops stomatitis, yung mumu, right? Or infection to your your mucosal area, right? And then do not forget na to rinse the mouth, to rinse the mouth with pwedeng NSS solution before and after meal. Okay, do not forget that one because your stomatitis could affect now your food intake, right? The nutritional status of the patient. Okay, and of course, if the patient is on chemotherapy and then she suffered from nausea and vomiting, we need antiemetic medication to stop now or prevent the patient from vomiting. So, one of the medication na would be injected to him are metoclopramide. Okay? This medication is an antiemetic now to treat or prevent nausea during chemotherapy. Okay? And of course, review na lang what are the yung concept natin when it comes to tumor lysis syndrome. Okay? 'Di ba meron siyang it could suggest yung mga tumataas such as ano yung mga tumataas is yung mga phosphate tapos bumagsak yung calcium niya, right? And then nag-hyperkalemia siya and nag-hyperuricemia siya. Okay, do not forget this concept. Okay, yung tatlo or apat na ano. Okay, another one is do not forget na mga infection prevention. Kunwari is, of course, cancer patient siya. And as we all know that immunosuppressed sila. And then risk for infection. And then, basta bawal po or avoid bringing of fresh flowers. Hindi siya recommended po. Okay? Baka malanghap niya and then it could create no respiratory infection. Okay? Dapat clean and clear yung environment ng pasyente na walang dapat foreign mga products or anything came from outside. Okay? Do not forget that concept because we are preventing the patient to develop infection. Okay? And do not forget also kapag, of course, kapag decreased ang platelet, we have to check for signs of bleeding. Okay? So that is our and of course, one of the classic sign ng cancer, lung cancer is persistent cough or change in a chronic voice. Okay? Chronic voice. Do not forget this one. Okay? If the pain, of course, pain is our main concern during cancer or cancer treatment, right? And if the patient is receiving a strong analgesia, such as mga morphine or even yung mga oxycodone, yun yung mga strong analgesia kasi for pain management. Do not forget, and I told you before that this strong analgesia could cause respiratory depression. So, better report it to the medical doctor if the respiratory rate is less than 10 breaths per minute. Okay? So, ano pa? Yung mga yung sa breast cancer screening, okay, sa breast cancer screening, do not forget that mammography can detect breast cancer before it is palpable. Before, di ba ang BSE kasi is yung obvious na mga tumor, right? Will be palpated. But here in the mammogram, it would detect now very, very small and unpalpable tumor in your breasts. Okay? If the patient had undergo mastectomy, which is a removal of the breasts after, example, breast cancer, of course, kapag left breasts is removed, and then of course kapag mga operative sites kasi, kapag example radical mastectomy, the whole breast is removed, and then including now the axillary region is removed, right? They would require to insert a drain that is placed in the left, okay, in the left axillary region. The main purpose of this one is to facilitate drainage, right? And prevent formation of hematoma. Okay, so yun yung mga reason niya why we insert drainage sa operative site na to. Okay? And remember, mga colon cancer, the risk factors one of the risk factors associated with lack of fiber. Okay? Do not forget this one. And of course, for the prevention, if that's the problem, of course, you have to make sure na more fruits and vegetables are in the diet of the patient. Okay? So it's very obvious naman yung sagot if ever, right? Another one here is liver biopsy. You know liver biopsy, right? Of course, saan siya sa liver biopsy, andito siya sa, of course, they would be injecting specialized syringe now, right? That would aspirate a fluid or any tissues in your liver for histopathological analysis, right? And then after that one, since nag-insert sila or nag-aspirate sila into your abdominal cavity, bleeding is one of the complications to this procedure. Okay? Remember that one. And in other cases, in other board examination question, is we have to position the patient on the affected part, which is right side, to prevent now bleeding. Yun namang mostly na tinatanong sa board exam. Okay? And of course, for example, liver cancer, for the liver cancer cases, and then complicate siya into ascites, right, which is the accumulation of fluid in your peritoneal cavity. It would suggest one of the management would be paracentesis. Okay, they will be inserting a needle, and then they would aspirate now the excess fluid in your abdominal cavity. Okay, another one here is, of course, mga liver cancer kasi, one of the manifestation is abdominal pain at right upper quadrant. Okay, remember that one. And of course, to prevent now cervical cancer, prevention tayo. So for cervical CA, it would suggest to have HPV vaccination. As we all know, right, human papillomavirus is one of the risk factors that could develop into cervical cancer, right? Ano pa, mga cervical CA, one of the manifestation would be postcoital after nila mag-sex, postcoital bleeding. There are vaginal bleeding after sexual intercourse. Okay? And then, please review na lang the TNM under, meron to sigurado ako, under cervical cancer. Hindi ko na yan sasabihin. Okay, TNM under cervical cancer. And if ever the patient has endometrial CA, and the endometrial, that means the lining of the uterus had a tumor, right? And then she's undergoing external radiation. Okay, after external radiation, that means now sa perineal area niya. Okay, so after the radiation therapy, we have to facilitate now perineal care with sitz bath. Yung warm bath, right? Hot sitz bath and cleaning of the perineal cavity, perineal space, right? Or perineal hygiene, right? Simple as that. Another one here is in mga ovarian cancer, we have, of course, we have to facilitate vaginal ultrasound, assess familial history, and yun yung mga importante dito na i-assess natin sa mga ganitong type ng cancer. Okay? And for the ovarian cancer, also, it would suggest na sa diagnostic tests naman, of course, transvaginal ultrasound. Transvaginal ultrasound. That means now, right, ang ultrasound, kasi dalawa siya, abdominal or transvaginal. May pinapasok siya sa vagina that would visualize now the problem of the reproductive system of the mother, right, of the female. Okay? Wait lang ah. Okay. During radiation therapy, any type of radiation, the patient is expected to have xerostomia. Ang xerostomia, guys, yung feeling niya is dry na dry yung mouth niya. Na walang, parang feeling niya is wala siyang saliva. Okay? So it would, one of the nursing intervention here is frequent sips of water and saliva substitute. That means candies if that is not contraindicated. Okay? Okay, do not forget, I told you before, IICP, ano yung degree, yung positioning niya, right? Not supine position, not high Fowler's position, if you still remember, it's 30 degrees angle. Okay? Good na question yan, sabi ko na eh. Another one here is, mga CNS tumor, brain tumor, spinal cord, one of the risk factor is exposure to ionizing radiation. Yan sa mga risk factors niya. Okay? And then sa mga factors naman, mga factors na that would increase stomach cancer. Right? I told you this one before, smoke or pickled foods. Right? And kapag may stomach or gastric cancer ka, one of the manifestation is melena, which is a black tarry stool. That means yung bleeding mo is sa upper GI system mo. And of course, epigastric mass during palpation. Right? How about anal cancer? Right? One of the risk factors here is anal intercourse. Okay? Wait lang ha. Okay. Wait, may re-reply lang ako. Okay. During radiation, and then nag-present yung patient ng diarrhea, right? Of course, you have to initiate anti-diarrheal medication and hydration. Di ba very obvious naman yung sagot just in case. Okay? Risk factors sa mga prostate CA cancer. Okay? Excessive red meat consumption. Okay? So do not forget ito ang mga risk factors natin. And then, after prostatectomy, which is the removal of the prostate gland, right? It's very important to facilitate ambulation, early ambulation, ano pa, catheter care, and pelvic exercise. Okay? Mhm. Sa mga, of course, mga testicular self-exam, it would promote now early detection, improving survival. Okay, do not forget that one. And do not forget also kapag mga testicular cancer, I told you this one before, in the future, right, you're planning to have a family and of course your capacity to impregnate now your wife, right? So, sperm banking, ay nasabi ko dati to, right? Sperm bank is one of the solution etong problem na to. Okay? Do not forget that one. Okay? Ano pa? Yung mga penile cancer. Do not forget na, di ba yung mga uncircumcised, especially mga uncircumcised, that means hindi tuli. It's very important na may daily retraction. Nire-retract nila yung skin nila para ma-expose yung head of the pelvis. Okay? And cleaning other foreskin. Okay? Kasi may mga iba, especially in international, especially sa UK and US, circumcision is not necessary. That means, pero according to research studies, if ever you're not circumcised, hindi ka tuli, there are chances na magkaroon ka ng mga penile cancer. So, if that's the case, if you're not circumcised, pwede kang magpa-circumcise as soon as possible, or if you cannot do it, just retract it daily and cleaning of the foreskin inside and outside, right? So, sa head, yung importante. Dapat malinis, cleanliness is very important here. Okay, so, and then if ever any post-op patient na nagsasuffer ng erectile pain, baka naman reproductive cancer to, right? And then tinanggal nila, like that. So your priority intervention, would be eyes, elevation, and rehab referral. Right? Ang mga eyes and elevation kasi, it would decrease now yung mga inflammation. Okay? How about this one? Post transurethral resection. Urethral resection of the bladder tumor. Okay? So, one of the important thing here is to monitor the output, right? Color of the urine, and you have to report clots. Okay, yeah. If the patient had post nephrectomy, okay, do not forget to include in your nursing care, you have to monitor the blood pressure, of course, right? Kidney ang pinag-usapan. It would regulate now the fluids and even yung mga, yeah, that could affect now the blood pressure. Blood pressure, limit NSAIDs. Kasi nga, di ba, ang kidneys kasi is one of the organs involved in the pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics, right? So that means elimination yung function ni kidneys mo during, drug processes, right? So, mga medications ng NSAID, it could destroy now, it could damage now the kidneys. And report proteinuria. Okay? And then, a plan of care sa mga may multiple myeloma is to monitor fluids intake and output. Okay? Kasi organ damage itong pinag-usapan natin kapag multi-myeloma. And kapag mga multiple myeloma, you have to report for hypercalcemia. That means buto na ang pinag-usapan dito. Kasi multiple problems ang multiple myeloma. Okay? Hypercalcemia, baka prone siya sa pathological fracture, may bone involvement siya, kaya the calcium in your bone, nagpunta na siya sa intravascular compartment, causing this one. Ang calcium level natin, do not forget until 5.5 lang siya. More than that is considered calcemia, right? Sa mga skin cancer naman, you have to, yung mga low risks, that means, right, they are not high risk, right? Mga low risk natin are the dark pigmented skin, right? And always wearing sunscreen, while outdoors. Okay? Ang tinatanong dito ay low risk or low risks. And sa mga skin cancer, you have to monitor for spots for color change. I told you before, if ever bluish to blackish ang spots ng skin mo, may chance na may cancer CA ka. Okay? Some items kasi hindi ko na siya sinasabi. I believe naman na it's very obvious and it's very common sense naman. Okay? And do not forget also yung mga seizures. Kasi emergency case to, right? Mga emergency oncological thing here. Mga seizures natin, our priority intervention is yung mga safety precautions pa rin. Safety precautions. And of course, protect the airway. Okay? And another one, mga Wilms tumor, if you still remember, tumor above the kidneys, right? So, one of the assessment, prompt assessment that requires prompt intervention, if a pain upon palpation. Okay, do not forget this one. I have, okay, ganun lang. Yung mga ano, mga and also, kapag mga ganitong Wilms tumor, always do not palpate the abdomen. Kasi nga, right, manipulation of the abdomen can cause rupture of the kidneys. Okay, or kidney involved, right? Mga bone tumor naman, yung bone tumor that infiltrates bone tumor that infiltrates soft tissues around the bone. These are called now Ewing's sarcoma. Di ba natin na-tackle natin yan before? Another one, mga risk factors sa mga Ewing's sarcoma. History of bone fracture, wait with slowly declining BMI, that means yung nutrition niya is bumabagsak na siya, right? So yun yung mga kailangan mong i-watch out for the risk factors of Ewing's sarcoma. And of course, ang sabi dito, yan, mga pediatric disorders kasi to, mga adolescents, right? Ang retinoblastoma, okay? Retinoblastoma, do not forget that mga common findings nito would be may ano siya, may white reflection siya in child's eye when flashes of camera. Di ba parang may whitish appearance yung affected na eye niya? Yun ang ano yan natin dito, di ba? Yung characteristics ng mata niya.